guys, welcome to Sip and Murder, where I talk everything true crime. Today's case is the shocking father and son duo criminal spree in 1974. This is the story of Joseph and Michael Kallinger. So grab your drink and let's go. It was a frozen January morning. A woman lay tied inside a quiet suburban house. Someone whispered orders beside her, calm and cruel. Afterwards, a stranger rode a bus with a bloody t-shirt tucked into a paper bag, looking like everybody else around him. But he wasn't. He was Joseph Kallinger, who became infamous for terrorizing homes and victims along with his 12-year-old son, Michael. The father was born Joseph Lee Brenner III, who later changed it to Joseph Kallinger. People knew him as the shoemaker. He was known for being strange and for running a very dysfunctional and violent house. His son Michael stood beside him, implicit in all the crimes. He was only 12 when the spree began. The duo started in late 1974 and ended in January 1975. They broke into homes across state lines. Families woke to ropes, threats and fear. At least 3 people were confirmed dead. There were kidnappings, arson and violent assaults. They were finally caught in January 1975. In 1976, Joseph was convicted and sentenced to life for his crimes. Joseph was born in 1935 in Philadelphia. Before he could even speak clearly, he was placed into foster care. Soon he was adopted by an Austrian immigrant couple. People thought he was lucky to find a home. He was not. A lot of psychologists claim this violent family life is where Joseph's warped mind began to form. According to biographs.org, at the age of 15, he began a sexual relationship with a classmate named Hilda Bergman. Although his parents prohibited him from seeing Bergman, Kallinger eventually married her and became the father of 2 children. However, she left him due to his frequent physical abuse. In 1958, Kallinger married for the second time after being released from a psychiatric hospital. There was always a strange suspicion about Kallinger. Trouble seemed to follow him around. Fires started to occur at properties connected to him. Rumours of insurance claims circled the family. Then came the darkest part of his early life. One of his sons, Joseph Jr., died under suspicious circumstances. Joseph took a life insurance policy on Junior before he died, so the insurance company refused to pay as a result of the suspicions. Investigators later looked back at that moment with sharper eyes. No one could prove every detail, but questions lingered. Inside the Kallinger home, control was like the air. Joseph decided when the children could speak, when they could eat, and when they could move. Neighbours remembered a strange quiet surrounding the house. Inside, punishments were common, harsh and sudden. The children lived like guests in their own home. In 1972, 2 of them ran to the police. They told officers things children should never have to say, but later took their words back. It's believed that the children were just in fear of their lives. What started in secret at home behind closed doors soon walked down the streets and knocked on other people's doors. Joseph and his young son Michael had a routine. They would knock on doors pretending to sell something, or sometimes they claimed to be doing surveys. If someone let them inside, the tone changed fast. Victims were tied with whatever was at hand. Drawers opened, rooms stripped, fear filling the house. A knife or pistol usually kept everyone still. In 1974, the break-ins began to multiply. Families across Philadelphia and nearby areas reported the same pattern. A knock, a calm voice, then rope and threats. Rooms overturned, jewellery and cash gone. People left shaken, unsure why they were spared. But in January 8, 1975, in Leona, New Jersey, everything changed. Joseph and Michael forced their way into a home. Several people were bound violently. Then someone unexpected walked in. She was a young nurse named Maria Fashing. She refused to follow Joseph's orders, but her stand cost her life. She was stabbed in the neck and again in the back. Witnesses later remembered seeing Joseph leave. Police found a bloody shirt hidden inside a paper bag belonging to Joseph. This became a key piece of the case. Investigators soon connected the dots. There had been other deaths tied to Joseph. One was his own son, Joseph Jr., years earlier under suspicious circumstances. Arrests came quickly after Leona. Both father and son were taken into custody, and the spree that had terrified cities had finally stopped. Joseph and Michael Kallinger are remembered as being one of the first and only father and son serial killer duo. The cruelty of these crimes is haunting, and for that reason this pair will always be remembered. Thanks for joining me tonight. Remember to like and subscribe my channel, Sip and Murder, where true crime is the go-to for your nights in. Thanks guys.